On to a young lady that's standing there and she's waiting. So just give me some more. All righty.
Today we're going to help you determine what type of investor you are. Now, since our last segment, a lot has happened. The stock market reached an all-time high, with the Dow Jones trading at over 14,000 for the first time last week. In determining what type of investor you are, what you have to consider is, of course, we would love to make 20 to 30% return on an investment. If I asked any of my clients that, they would all be nodding their heads saying, of course they would. The real question is, are you willing to lose 20 to 30% if things don't work out quite the way you thought they would? And we're going to talk a lot about risk today. Risk is more important than return a lot of times. The greater the investment risk, the greater your chance of a return, but the greater your chance of a potential loss as well. So there are a few things I want you to consider and ask yourself when you're in order for you to determine what type of investor you are. First thing is, how much do you really understand investments? What's your knowledge of investments? That's the first point. The second thing is your investment objectives. Are your investment objectives growth or income? If your investment objectives are growth, then you're walking around saying, show me the money. You need your portfolio to grow. You need to make more money. If your investment objective is income, you basically are concerned with capital preservation. You want to hold on to what it is that you have. You also want to consider your portfolio's time horizon. And most importantly, I think the most important criteria in determining what type of investor you are is your personality. Your personality, are you a risk taker by nature? Now, some of us go bungee jumping for a thrill, and some of us go sit by the beach and read a book. The key is when you look at your portfolio, if it happens to be down this current month than it was last month, are you going to lose sleep over it? Because if you are, you're conservative. If you're going to kind of look at your portfolio and see that it's down and perhaps put it aside and just try not to think about it, you're probably moderate. An aggressive investor is going to start buying more when their portfolio is down. The key, when I speak to my clients, I tell them that my goal is for them to sleep at night, to make the amount of money that they're looking to make, and most importantly, not to live on Rolaids and Tums. A conservative investor can most probably tolerate up to a 6% loss in the course of a given year. And again, we're talking about loss here, not return. We'd all want to make as much money as we can. A moderate investor usually can tolerate up to a 15% loss during the course of a year, and an aggressive investor can usually tolerate more than a 15% loss. They don't care, they're in it for the long haul. Once you decide what kind of investor you are, you need to look at the investments to match up to your risk tolerance. If you're a conservative investor, you want to consider money market accounts, CDs, government securities, a conservative mutual fund perhaps. If you're a moderate investor, there are thousands of mutual funds you can choose from. You also may want to consider blue chip stocks. And an aggressive investor, the sky's the limit. There are aggressive mutual funds, there's options, there's stocks, they can look at sector funds. There's a lot out there for them. The key again is determining what type of investor you are and then choosing the right investments to match up to your personality. The most important thing in closing is to diversify. Diversify, diversify, diversify. What does that mean in simple terms? Please don't put all your eggs in one basket. You want to make sure you have your portfolio spread out properly. Next week we're going to start talking about retirement accounts, start talking about IRAs and annuities. Keep in mind, always remember, you can email or call in any questions you may have. So that's our segment for today. Again, make sure you ask yourself the questions, how much is it that I can tolerate to lose if I want to sleep at night and not have to take my Rolaids and Tums?